Hello, and welcome. It's Friday night. You're not going out. No, you've decided to stay home and watch YouTube videos instead. That's perfectly fine. My name is A-Gray Phantom. Welcome back to Forever Alone Friday. Thomas was alone. When last we left off, we were reunited with Thomas and the rest of the crew. We also got to meet two new friends, James and Sarah. James is a very interesting character. I hope to talk more about him in this episode. Sarah as well. I just love this character. Just a lot of energy. Moxie was the word I used to describe her. So let's just get back into it. However, I want to admit this is part of this is not going to be completely blind. I did start to play into it, but I was having recording issues. That'll teach me to try to publish and upload a video while recording at the same time. Does not work with my rig. So, I believe I was at 7.1. I like this little quote right here because the person quoting it is actually an AI we have not met yet and probably will not meet in this game. This is just flavor text.
Thomas knew they couldn't escape. They'd been trapped permanently from the moment the clouds ate them. He explained this to the others. It was impossible to gauge their reaction. After all, they were just rectangles.
Yeah, so the pixel cloud didn't kill any of us. They just trapped us in these little cages. Not sure why. Also, last I played this level, there was an achievement square in here. And for some reason, it just kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger. But I was never actually able to reach it with Chris. I had to use John in order to jump up and get it. So that was kind of weird. Now I want to talk again about James. He is basically the inversion of Thomas, where Thomas has all these friends that he likes to have around him. James does not. He doesn't want anyone near him. He clings to Thomas, though, because deep down he does want to have that sort of acceptance, and Thomas does accept him. And they actually are the same dimensions, they're the same shapes and sizes, and they have the same sort of jumping capabilities. It's just that his world is completely reversed. And honestly, I really like, James a lot. I identify most with him because, like, I love having some good friends around me. Mostly it's I have a hard time interacting with people because I don't really know how to interact with people. Gotcha! Not gonna let you down. Let's see. Oh, I know what we have to do. Claire. We'll get Laura. Or I can shuffle her right over to the other side. Alright. Sarah is an adventurer. She wants to experience everything. I like that too. I also am one of those people who wants to experience everything that life has to offer for me. Oh, just can get out. And boom. Slam dunk. What? Oh, hey, there we go. I think that each and every one of these pixels, like, everyone can actually see part of themselves in each of these sort of characters. Which is so cool. You get all this characterization from these little guys with no faces. Like Thomas said, can't really gauge their reaction. There. Step aside. Move you. Not quite. Oh, I know what I have to do. Slam dunk. Now we just have to arrange them. Those two will go last. Put you to the side for now. Get Thomas in here. And now the lovebirds. So Thomas seems to have a plan now. He knows what has to be done.
Sarah was deflated. She'd not even got close to the fountain. She could tell from the earnest expression on Thomas that the information it had imparted was clearly important. Sarah knew her destiny was now to support him.
That right there is a great deal of character development. More character development than I've ever seen in a Batman comic book. Sarah is like, oh, it has to be about me. It has to be, I have to experience all of this. And now she's all like realizing that there is now a higher purpose to serving someone else other than herself, you know, and actually admitting it out loud to herself, you know, not rather than begrudgingly work with someone else. It's all like, okay, I'm part of something else. That is really cool. Let's see. Looks like there's a couple different solutions to this. I'm gonna go for the one that seems most obvious to me. Playing with Sarah makes me wish these other guys had a double jump. Oh gosh. Okay. You know what? Let's ignore you for now. There we go. We're gonna have ourselves a little chorus here. Yeah, okay. Chris, you have the easiest job. Same as you, Laura. Oh, no! Oh! Golly gee, Wilkers. Alright. This is actually a pretty simple one. Just not have to solve any like spikes or anything. Just have to get from point A to point B. No. I swear I'm good at video games. I'm just a little tired. I've been working back-to-back shifts at work, mandatory overtimes. Sometimes more than 16 hours in a day. I swear I live, I spend more time at work than I do at home, which makes recording sometimes difficult. But I love it. Come on. Alright, Claire. Goes to Thomas. Actually, Laura. Thomas. Laura. Claire. Alright, now I just gotta get them all synced up. I think John. No. Honestly, the easiest way to do this. Okay, so Claire's not gonna move. There's only one portal for her, and it only has one sync up. And I know that Chris can't go where Claire goes, so he has to be in that bottom right corner. Okay, so it is kind of a puzzle. Alright. Let's shift you all the way over there once I get Claire back on top. Come on. Don't do me like this. Alright, get Thomas back down there. Oh gosh. I remember the last time I did this, it just felt super easy. Just the recording wasn't working because everything was lagging so much. Alright. Thomas, jump on Laura. It's all part of the plan. No, wait a second. I need to get John on the left side. Get Laura all the way to here. I want to get John and Laura synced up more. No, no, no. I want Laura over here. Then that'll get... Yeah? No. No, no, no. I need to have John over here. Like that. And get Laura... No, I said Laura, not Sarah. Alright. Oh! Oh! God, I'm not paying attention to what I'm doing. Ugh! Yeah, that slides to the left. Alright, who's not in sync? I think that the one who's not in sync is Justin Timberlake, because he was part of the Backstreet Boys. But seriously, let's see. I don't need Sarah for anything. Alright, precise controls on an analog stick. When you can only move at one speed, the analog stick's not really that great. I would like to use the D-pad. I'm also noticing Claire's not syncing up with everyone else. Do I need to move Claire over to the right? I do need to move Chris. Alright. So let's get Thomas back down. Let's get Chris up. I think. Yeah, Chris, get right here. Chris, get here. Move rectangle. That way. Do this. Alright. Thomas is here. And Claire. There! Haha! I'm good at video games. Oh, water and spikes, my friends. John, I'm gonna have you hold back for a second. We got our new MVP here.
Claire could not accept that this had all been futile. She was a superhero. There had to be a way. Not for her to get out. Red had been pretty clear on that, but there must be thousands of other AIs up there, unaware of their situation. Was there a way to help them?
I double jumped. I swear I did. So Red must be the nickname that Claire gave to to Thomas. No. It's kind of cute. A little term of endearment. Did I miss a button? I think I missed a button somewhere. I need to check this out. Oh. No, nothing there. Maybe... No, that's not gonna work. Ah! Footsie. What am I missing? I feel like I'm missing something. How the heck am I gonna get John over to the other side? I'm gonna restart this level. I think I forgot something. Oh, there is a button there. Alright, that drops that. fit in there? You can, but we need teamwork. That makes the dream work.
Claire could not accept that this had all been futile. She was a superhero. There had to be a way. Not for her to get out. Red had been pretty clear on that, but there must be thousands of other AIs up there, unaware of their situation. Was there a way to help them?
So Thomas was exposed to the internet for 12 seconds. He saw cats that couldn't spell. He saw the arrow in the knee meme. In fact, it looks like he just was exposed to a lot of memes. But this also helped him formulate a plan. I wonder if this plan involves cats. That'd be interesting. Sort of. Maybe. You can never have enough cats on the internet, right? I once heard this one theory that, ancient Egyptians didn't actually worship cats. They just drew them on stuff, kind of like how we draw cats on the internet today. Why did I do that? Why did I do that? So it's like if people, like an alien race comes here to our planet tens of thousands of years later, and discovers the remnants of our internet. And it's like, oh, well, look at all these cats. These primitives must have worshipped cats. You know, that's probably the impression they're going to get because of all the cats on the internet. Also porn. But, which is just a given. What type of alien life could discover us, though? What if they reproduce sexually? That'd be interesting. So then, they find like a very, technologically advanced race that reproduces sexually. I wonder if they think that was weird. Oh, I know. Mark, get set, go! I'm a genius. John wasn't really needed for any of these puzzles. He just kind of was there. No! Okay. Forgot that there was a checkpoint. Like a glove. You know, John kind of reminds me of a very boastful, energetic version of the really tall basketball monster from Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. Anyone ever watched Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends? That was a good cartoon show. Alright, so
Thomas led his friends to the creation matrix, the system which generated the worlds up above. He had a plan. They were going to redesign the world.
Ooh, okay.
That's what the humans did. They changed the world to suit them. Why couldn't they do the same?
This is actually kind of cool. I like this mechanic. It's like I pushed the this little cube over here into the wall, and I was like, oh shoot, I have to restart the level. But no, it's designed in a way you can push it back up and out. Also, I found the core, the source, the light source over here, which doesn't actually get affected. Wait, actually, is the... Oh! The light source is this cube. Oh, that is cool. So, I still don't understand what Thomas's plan... Oh! It's the companion cube. This is an escort mission. Alright. I'm not gonna get Thomas stuck over there, so let's get you... Let's get Sarah to do this. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Yeah. Yeah, I said yeah. Oh, come on. Don't be like that. Oh, no! Bye-bye. Well, I guess there's only one thing to do. Send Chris first. Yeah! What, you want me to go down there? Yeah, it looks perfectly safe. Then why don't you do it? Because we drew straws, now you have to do it. What? No! Whoa. It's safe. You can drop down. Okay. Alright, so we're gonna have to bounce this thing up somehow. Ooh, okay, that's fun. This is a lot of fun. I like this. It's like basketball. Or pastime for TF2. Oh, we're gonna have to... Gosh, how are we gonna do this? Thomas and Sarah can build a bridge to get Chris over here. Yeah. Get Chris on the bottom. Thomas on top. Oh, it's so close, guys! It's so close! We need someone with a little bit more oomph in her jump. No! Come back here! This is actually the part of the game I haven't played yet, if you couldn't tell. Yeah, come on. Yes! All together now. We've reached our destination. Uno, dos, trois, quatre.
Come.
Anyone's hearing this weird sort of conk, conk, conk sound every time a new level loads?
Chris was skeptical. He knew his abilities would be of no use to anyone, but Laura smiled at him. And immediately, he knew he had to do everything he could to help them get there.
Aww. Gosh, okay, I'm sorry. I'm shipping Chris and Laura super hard right now. Ah. First up, James. I'm not missing any little achievement things, am I? No. Alright. I think there's a button. I think I saw a button somewhere. I think I saw a few buttons. Okay, it's a white button, so I think that means anyone can push it. So, a boop. Hey! Chris, I think you need to do the honors for this one. Come on, get... What did I do? What did that do? Well, that opened up James's portal, I think. Well, or maybe it was already open. I don't remember. Let's just get everyone in position, or ready to be in position. Claire can push the new button now. This will probably finish the puzzle. Oh, perfect. I just love... Alright, so Chris is not particularly athletic. He's kind of grumpy, but Laura really digs him. I'm not exactly sure why, but, you know, it's not... I don't... You know, it just goes to show that there's good qualities in everyone. And I just love this relationship that they have. Like, they bring out the best in each other. And that's what I really think a good, loving relationship should do, is that you bring out the best in each other. That was cool. Oh, it's just, girl time. Laura and Sarah. Alright. Oh, I see what we have to do. Easy.
Laura had been born special. She understood that now. She was created to help others. If her bounce could be passed on, then this would all have been worthwhile.
Is she thinking of... Oh, is she thinking of starting a family with Chris? How does that work? That's one of the things I loved about Matrix Revolutions, is we have Sati, who just kind of was born out of love of two programs that just loved each other so much. And love finds a way. It wasn't life finds a way, John Hammond. No, it's love finds a way. I saw Tron Legacy.
Thomas liked the idea of being an architect. He wanted to modify the world to help others. He was sick of these contrived spaces, these intentionally obtuse paths and puzzles. He'd do things differently. He'd empower the AIs above.
Well, look at what he's done already. He's drawn these sort of rogues all together. They were kind of just wandering around aimlessly until Thomas showed up. But what was I saying about... Ooh, actually, I'm gonna need you here. What was I saying before? Oh, yeah, Tron Legacy. I remember I saw that with an old friend of mine, and she thought that, well, what are they gonna do? You know, oh, you know what? I'm not gonna spoil anything for anyone who hasn't seen Tron Legacy. I think like the original Tron was better than this new one. I don't really understand where they were going with the story. What do we got here? John and James. Long, long mission. Can I make it back up here? Yeah, I can make it up here. It's like volleyball. You know, I almost was on the girls' volleyball team because they didn't have a boys' volleyball team, but I kind of decided a little too late into the season that I wanted to be part of a team, which is fine. I've never really been much of a team player anyway. Alright. I like this little gate that they made so that way you don't, you know, screw up the level and get stuck.
John's massive jumps were dwarfed by Sarah. For the first time in his life, he felt humbled, not as good as someone else. He realized that he wanted to make every AI up there feel as heroic as he had. He liked the sound of that.
So he's being inspired by Sarah. He wants to not necessarily just jump better, but be an inspiration as well, because Sarah inspired Sean, and he wants to be an inspiration to other AIs. You know, kind of like how Sarah makes him feel. He wants to share that feeling. That is actually really sweet. You know, you see like Naruto ever doing something like that. He's just like mostly in it for himself. James, do you have anything you want to add, dude? No? There we go. I think that Sarah's the only one who needs to be put in the goal. There we go.
James still felt weird, but he realised now that everyone else was too. They were a crew of weirdos. Weirdness that would save all the normals up above. The other AIs would escape, and it would all be down to 7 rectangles with very different relationships to gravity.
That is actually a really good feeling. I like I said, I identified most with James out of all the rectangle AIs. I've just never really found my own place, which is fine, because I feel personally that I can make my own place in the world. I don't think that there's anything wrong with that. People ask how I'm doing, and I always tell them I'm fine, which is true. I'm doing pretty good. I have really nothing to complain for. I have good health. I have a job that pays okay. Not really happy with it though. More than anything, I want to admit that I'm lonely. And I want to say that I'm lonely. I want to own that I'm lonely. And I want to be able to tell everyone it's okay to be lonely. And it's okay to be sad sometimes. Things have been going pretty well though. I've been making more friends, and I think one really close friend of mine I've had has told me that I have a tendency to push people away. And I think she's right. But I don't necessarily feel like that's necessarily always been a bad thing either. Because part of the reason I push people away is because I just have this very strong sense of justice. And I've been willing to call people out on a lot of bullshit I've seen over the years. And a lot of people I've pushed away were actually very toxic to me. Achievement! I see one!
Thomas knew he'd never meet Nathan Fillion or a Transformer. He'd never get to visit Gotham City or eat at movies. It didn't matter. If he and his friends jumped into the creation matrix, they could give everyone else in the simulation a chance to.
I think this is it. I think this is the last level. Once we complete this level, I think that there's still more game after this, but this looks like the creation matrix, guys. That's a lot of information that's just kind of flowing up from a single source. Let's get the others over here and finish this. I can't get up! James. No. Yes, maybe. Oh, that's cool. I love that. I love that so much. Oh, I want more of that. Bung. But it sounds like from the plan that Thomas was describing, is that these guys, these 7, are going to be stuck. They aren't going to be able to escape into the rest of the world, which ain't that bad. They'll have each other. But they were talking about Thomas and the other ones in those like slower magazine articles, those little clips and quotes that I was seeing. So maybe they won't be stuck so much inside whatever sort of realm this is. Well, before anything else happens. A selfless act. So this does seem like a sort of group sacrifice. Kind of got dark there for a second. This doesn't seem so hard, just like a bit of a journey. I don't know what's going to happen when we complete this, but I think it'll be going to 8.0, and after that I'm going to call it good for the night. Besides, I still need to get ready for... I actually had to cancel on... not cancel on friend. The one friend that I've been hanging out with lately, was supposed to hang out with her today, completely forgot. I think it was mostly because I was a little burnt out from work, but let her know I was sorry about that. She's forgiven me. Let's do this. Let's put Thomas in last. I'm like, just handle that. There's a new character we have, and it's Gray. And it moves a lot like John. Oh! I have a feeling I know exactly what this is. We'll come back to the climax of the story next time. I'm A Great Phantom. This has been Fervent Friday. Want you to know you were loved. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you next week. Take care.